There have been many restaurants that jumped into action to feed thousands of victims and first responders as the fires ripped through our communities. But for one chef and food truck owner, the fires became personal. He lost his own home to the flames, but he still came to the need of others. Chef and founder of the Lime Truck, Daniel Shemblot, joins us this morning to talk about his story. Good morning, Daniel.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you.
Well, you've been through so much, so we appreciate you coming and sharing your story. Before we get to what you're doing, let's talk about your resume. You're quite the entrepreneur. You not only have the Lime Truck, you were a winner on the Food Network show Food Truck Race All Stars, which is so cool. You also have a shoe line here, which we see. How did you manage to run this as the fires were unfolding? Your home was in the line of fire.
Yeah. I'm a very organized person.
Yeah.
When I think about life, I think about how I'm going to be a great dad, how am I going to be a great husband. And when I looked out at the flames, everything that I planned, especially because it was the beginning of January, it all went up in flames with the house. Yeah. And so the focus became, where do we go? How do I feel secure? How do I get my wife to feel secure? And then in the background is obviously the businesses that still need to be run, and then became kind of the charitable side of it. Yeah. So a lot of different things kind of going through my head all at the same time.
And Daniel, we're so sorry that you lost your home. I understand your wife is 7 months pregnant. You guys are expecting your first child. So add that on top of everything going on.
I know.
You know, the one blessing, the silver lining here, of course, is that your home was lost, but your food trucks, they survived. And you put them to good use. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so as soon as the fires happened, I went into depression. Like, just like everyone would. I lost everything that I had been building, and we just moved into that home thinking we were gonna build the rest of our lives there. And so after that kind of subsided, and I realized I still had so much. I was surrounded by family. We were evacuated with 4 other family members in one house, and I felt safe, and I felt like I have my dog, and I have my beautiful wife who's pregnant. I have all these great things. And then it came into gratitude, and then it became, well, how do I help others? Because I might be a little bit luckier than everybody, or maybe I'm not, but I have a platform where I can give back. I have this amazing food truck that can go mobily and serve food to anyone, anywhere, that's people in need. And then I have this footwear business for people who work on their feet for tireless hours, and I can provide those to help people get through this difficult time.
You're helping in so many ways. Talk about the food that you're serving and the shoes here. They're awesome shoes, and I can see the gratitude on the folks' faces who are receiving your food and shoes. Talk about the food that you guys are giving out.
Yeah, so for me, food is nourishment, but it's also it raises and changes your vibration as a human. And so when I thought about our menu, it's things that we can make quickly because I don't want people waiting in line. I want them to come up and be able to eat and move on, but I also want them to take a bite and feel joy inside. And so our sweet and spicy steak taco, this has won huge countless awards for us. It's got cilantro chimichurri, wontons, cabbage slaw.
Yum.
Our potato taco, which is probably the best vegan gluten-free taco in the world. Our quesadilla, our corn. It's just really flavorful, packs a punch, and I think, we saw it at 6 a.m. I'm on PCH. I'm looking at my neighborhood that's gone. And these first responders, and they're sleeping sometimes in tents, and they're doing all these things to help our community. And the guy eats it and smiles and looks at me and goes, oh my God, this is so good right now. And your heart feels so full in that moment. And with the footwear, I mean, the shoes are made for people who stand on their feet all day. I had a bad slip and fall when I was in the kitchen a long time ago. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make better footwear for people. Right. And that's how we came out with this. And so far we've given away 500 pairs of shoes.
Amazing.
Next week we're going to the Pasadena Humane Center, which I think that they're
friends.
They're so beautiful, all those dogs. And we're gonna gift every one of the volunteers and staff a pair of shoes. So we're just trying to make the community a little bit better with what I have in my resources.
No doubt, so many people are thankful for what you're doing. How can people out there who want to support you, and in turn support the victims out there, how can they find more about you and find you?
Yeah, so the easiest way is to either go on SNIB's website. There's a link right there. If you need a free pair of shoes, please go on there. If you've been affected by the fires, I would love to give them to you. The Lime Truck, it's out. We post about it. We're partnered with World Central Kitchen. Today we'll be in Pasadena. We've been there every day serving people. And I also have a GoFundMe that I'm using the funds to help people, and we hit our goal. But if you want to donate there, even $5 is more than enough. But just helping our cause, supporting my businesses, or supporting any victims in your
Sure.
life, like that's what you got to do right now.
Daniel Semtop, thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, much happiness and love to your wife. All right. You can find all the information we just talked about on our website, kcalnews.com/CNOW TV.